Hello and welcome back to SceneSouth TV Summer Special.
Yes, joining us on the sofa are our series producer, James Bailey, and our series director, Tim Benson. Thank you for joining us, guys.
Hello.
Now, normally you're our unsung heroes. They're upstairs in the gallery making all the magic happen. What's it like being down here in front of our cameras?
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
It's quite odd being in front of the
strange.
cameras, yeah.
Well, we were up in your gallery earlier and it all looks a bit mad up there. We had no
Lots
idea
of
what we were doing.
buttons
We
everywhere.
were pushing everything you could think of.
Including you.
Yes, indeed.
So we'll start with you, Tim. You were the series director.
Yeah.
What did you enjoy most about the role?
I enjoyed being able to take something and, you know, see it right the way through the series. I suppose it allowed, you know, the series was full of strands, you know, odd jobs and sort of things which were, you know, sort of continuous right the way through. And different people worked on all of those different things, sort of different crews. And I suppose my job was to look at all of those things and say, well, there needs to be some continuity, kind of in style and, you know, aesthetic.
James, you were one of the
Yeah.
3 series producers. What did you enjoy most about it?
Well, I mean, I suppose along the same lines as Tim, my job was very much to do with what was in the show. So as much as Tim's job was very much about how it looked and about aesthetics, mine was about kind of content and what went into it. And my job was to see that, you know, it kind of all the strands, as Tim mentioned, kind of stayed the same throughout each show.
There was continuity, wasn't there, throughout the show?
Yeah, and I guess it was all about continuity, you know, making sure that each item actually made sense within the show, making sure that each item was strong in content.
And getting our buzzing audience together.
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
fun.
just going out and grabbing people off the streets.
Grabbing an audience every week as well.
Yeah,
We haven't got an
definitely.
audience today. It's quite relaxed in here. So we've got a chill back episode.
I'll ask you first, Tim, and then you, James. With all of the kind of backstage things going on and watching the show from another point of view, what was your favourite bit?
There was quite a lot of bits that I enjoyed. I think I really enjoy going off on location and with crews and seeing that, but I also really enjoy the studio stuff. And
Good.
I think we had a moment during the Easter program where we had the chicks, and they were trying to escape,
Oh, we remember that.
and they just wouldn't stay there, and they were just trying to get out of this little nest, and then the little mate, the fella put one of the chicks on the sofa, and he just kept trying to jump off.
It was like lemmings.
It was.
Yeah.
It was just
And you
suicidal chicks.
You're such a director because they just wouldn't stay. They were animals.
You-
No,
You're
no.
trying desperately to direct
I
those.
don't care. They will
weren't
stay in that
listening.
nest.
Never work with children or animals.
And we literally, as well, what you couldn't see at home as well, we had a crew that literally surrounding us, trying to stop them, sort of herding them and keeping them on the set. It was
like
so much fun.
More entourage than we have.
Indeed.
And you, James?
Wow, I think my favourite show, Tim will like this because he actually directed this show, was show 2, which was the Christmas show. I'm a really big fan of Christmas. I love Christmas. It's the one time of year I smile more than usual and I'm happy.
You're quite smiley generally.
Well, it's a front. No, it's not. But I enjoyed doing the Christmas show, and I really enjoyed one of my favourite moments in that was with the Aaron Phipps interview. I thought that was really inspirational and a really, really great thing to have on the show. And I'm glad we did that.
And look at him now, you know. the
Yeah,
Olympics.
absolutely. Yeah,
GB,
congratulations
just
to him. Yeah.
selected.
Team GB. It was a real scoop getting him.
They were fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, boys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
cheers, guys. Now, we've seen your bits, seen your best bits. I think it's time to have a look at some of our highlights.
Sounds good.
There isn't many, so it shouldn't take too long. But we do have a special highlight that it's not on there, Suzanne. This is something we've put together just for you. I think you're going to like this. Have a look.
You can do this, Ethan, can't you? I'm probably not as light as she is, but we'll give it a try. We're ready? Ooh, do you get a drum roll?
Drum roll, audience. Yeah!
I saw my ass out. We're going to have to watch that.
All right,
Thank
good
you,
work,
Ethan.
Ethan.
And
Good work.
that was my derriere. That'll get you to come into part 2 and you'll see the other cheek.
Just explain what was going on there, Suzanne.
I'm glad I've got this because then I can fan myself. Just to explain to you, Gran, I'm so sorry. That was a rehearsal for Dirty Dancing, if you saw that episode. And we were in our rehearsal clothes. I should have put gym stuff on.
definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on rather quickly from that part, what was your best bit? I'll be kinder to you. What was your best bit?
Back to the show now. Yeah, sorry about that, Suzanne. We couldn't resist. We were giggling about it upstairs. My favourite bit was we didn't tell anybody we were going to do it. The audience didn't know. Our guests didn't know. And it was just before the Zumba. We had a sort of a bit of a costume change. Let's have a look. We're going to hear more from Kira a little bit later on, but I'm not really dressed, am I? So I thought maybe I could just what about this? What do you think of this? Is that better? Love your scream in that bit.
Sorry about that. If you watch that again, turn it down.
Did that wake you up? I hope you didn't have your headphones in. To end each show, we usually have a band to play us out. But as they all did such a fantastic job, we decided to get in touch with them and find out what they're all up to now.
The Lost Boys from Show 1 are still releasing new music on their MySpace page. It can be found at the bottom of your screen now.
The wonderful Winchester Rock Choir, who played us out on our Christmas show, are still performing. Their next scheduled performance is at the Glasgow Royal Concert Hall on Saturday the 30th of June.
It's a bit of a commute, but definitely worth the visit.
I booked my ticket.
Kieran Cox, who provided us with the fantastic Zumba music in Show 3, is still performing in local gigs here in Southampton and is recording a brand new album.
And for those of you who remember the Kodiak Bears, they are currently working on an EP and are also playing a few local gigs, so watch out for them.
Up Attack, the brilliant three-piece who played us out on the very last show, are currently on tour and will be at the Rock and Roll Festival in Shropshire on Sunday the 3rd of June.
Well, unfortunately, that's all we got time for this summer special of SceneSouth TV, which also happens to be the last for us as well, Suzanne.
We'd love to give you a huge thank you and to everybody who's taken part in the series. Whether you took part in our Christmas Santa Dash, showed off your Olympic skills or gave us an insight into your very odd job, it's been an absolute pleasure to have you all here on the show.
And to play us out, we decided to share once again our favourite performances of the series among some of the other memorable moments.
Everybody here at SceneSouth TV wishes you a fantastic summer and we look forward to seeing you again here in the autumn for the next series. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Welcome back to SceneSouth TV, the Daily Echo's entertainment guide to everything going on here in the South.
Put your heart on the line, with the world on your shoulders and your dreams in the sky. You might put the weight of your soul on your mind, but there's a little saying to help those days go by. You win some, lose some, there ain't no crying. There is always next time. You win some, lose some, there ain't no crime. There is always next time. Oh, oh. No crime, there is always next time.